Hello, what is up, guys? Today I'm talking about why Forza Horizon as a franchise is way more popular than Forza Motorsport, especially in these few years. So yeah, this is just the franchise and not the whole game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's get started. So why is audience important about this? So when we're talking about Horizon as a whole, it is important that anyone could enjoy a game, and Horizon nails it. Anyone could just launch the game and play without any confusion. Like anyone could just launch the game. It could be kids, adults, old people, basically anyone, because in that game you can just do free roam and stuff. But in Forza Motorsport, you gotta know at least some things about cars, and you gotta know how to play, at least know how to do some stuff, because if you don't know, then it could be hard. But yeah, that is why I think it is important that anyone could access the game, and Horizon nails it. So, when we're talking about how Forza Motorsport ruined its reputation, it is important to look back at the game called Forza Motorsport 5. Yeah, the reason why the game failed was because when the game launched, it was supposed to be a great game launched for the Xbox One with so many good tracks and many good cars and bunch of new content for that system, but instead it turned be a garbage game because it had barely any good features, barely any cars and tracks, and it is the Forza game that had the most microtransactions in the entire game. And yes, when I say it, I mean that after this game, almost every Forza game had microtransactions. And it's not just this game, even the newer games that came out after Forza Motorsport 5, like Forza Motorsport 6 or Forza Motorsport 7, they were launched with loot boxes, and the players were so mad that Microsoft had to remove it so players could actually enjoy the game without it. But it definitely sucks. And Horizon, you don't have that stuff. You do have like car packs, but they're not as necessary as Motorsport. So yeah, that is why I think Forza Motorsport has ruined its own reputation. So yeah. So when we're talking about the content of these games, Horizon has taken the lead, especially in these last few years. Like, for example, even the newest game, Forza Horizon 5, you already have a better multiplayer that anyone could enjoy, and there were more game modes added throughout its life cycle. And you have this festival playlist that gives you cars every week, and it makes the player enjoy stuff. Even if you don't have that, you have updates that people people enjoy. And if you look at Forza Motorsport, the only things you have is a career mode and a few seasonal events and a few seasonal multiplayer events, which make it very boring and players don't enjoy that. And even the last few years before Forza Motorsport 2023 was released, you had some content, but you barely had any like weekly challenges. And Horizon, and you have actual stories and actual more game modes compared to Forza Motorsport. So yeah, that is why I feel like Forza Horizon is taking the lead. And also, in Forza Horizon 5, when the game was launched, you had this feature called Creative Hub, which was basically a feature that mode that let you browse through events that players made not the devs but actual people, and it made actually sense because players have more content compared to Forza Motorsport, and you don't have anything like that in Motorsport. So that is why Forza Horizon takes the lead. So yeah, I might be talking about like, well, why Forza Motorsport has failed itself. Well, first of all, back in the day when Forza Motorsport was released, you would have actual good content. Like for example, Forza Motorsport 2, you had better graphics and actual better stuff compared to the first game. Forza Motorsport 3, you had better graphics, better tracks, and better interior. In Forza Motorsport 4, you had new game modes, new seasonal events, and you actually had an actual good interior and for Auto Vista, which basically lets you see the entire car, which was very impressive for the time. And now, after we got Forza Motorsport 5, you got Forza Motorsport 6, which barely changed anything. Forza Motorsport 7, you barely changed anything. Forza Motorsport 2023, the newest one. You have some features, but it's not as good as Forza Motorsport, the old ones. In Horizon games, you could enjoy them even after its life cycle. So yeah, that is why I think Forza Motorsport has failed itself. In conclusion, I feel like Forza Horizon in these last few years has taken the lead completely because if we look at Forza Horizon, you have way more content than the last 5 motorsport games that came out since 2012. So yeah, that is why Forza Horizon as a whole has way more interesting content and has won because even if you go at the Steam store right now or any platform, if you look at the reviews of Forza Horizon, you have so many reviews and people say it's a good game. But Forza Motorsport, it's like you'll have some, but it's not as much. Of like a few thousand. But Horizon 5, you have way more players and you have way more stuff. And anyone could access it is also a big part of the feature. And this is a little feature, but Forza Horizon has been releasing like to new platforms, like has been released to PS5 recently and new platforms. But yeah, this game has been way better than Forza Motorsport recently and as a whole. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and peace out, guys.